They told me this one's the most Instagram worthy. Everyone loves a good dick pic.
It's true. I know, here's a mini dick, and then people make a comment.
Today, I'm in search of exotic ingredients that'll inspire me in the kitchen. So I'm visiting Allison and Scott, the master gardeners of Hortus Conclusus in Lower Hudson Valley, New York. My taste buds are so excited to try their locally grown, unusual edibles from all over the world. The gardens act as a living textbook of their ongoing horticultural experiments to see what types of rare, edible plants from different parts of the world can actually thrive in this area.
So this is Miyaga ginger.
Oh, yeah.
And you're getting the flower before the flower opens, basically. You can wash them and eat them just raw, straight, but they're great as in a stir fry. So you can take these with you today and try them.
They're teaching me so much about plants and fruits I've never seen or even heard of before. Like this odd-looking cluster, nicknamed Dead Man's Fingers, which turn metallic blue when fully ripe, and the inside of the pod tastes slightly like watermelon. I'm also learning about plants I've seen before but didn't actually know that they're edible.
These that are planted and
Kind of looked at as weeds,
they looked at,
unfortunately.
yeah, it's a nuisance rather than a food. In fact, I remember one time being and eating the fruit from there, and people like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I do want to try some. No
What
thanks.
are you not
No,
doing?
yeah, right, exactly. No thanks, no thanks. I don't want to try that.
One of my favorite spots in this garden is the Kiwi Dome. This structure is laced with Arctic kiwi vine, which produces these small, sweet-tasting little berries. Now, they don't look like the conventional brown fuzzy kiwis, but in my opinion, these taste so much better. And their dog Georgia loves it, and she's a pro when it comes to finding the ripest ones. I can't blame her. They're damn delicious.
You can tell it's got that same flavor, that berry kind of kiwi flavor.
Right.
That they
So
get.
you leave these out on your, you
Yeah,
know.
underripe ones, they'll ripen in the next 3 or 4
Yeah,
days.
yeah. This is just Sandra Berry. And, you can eat them raw, but typically they're made into juices or beverages or aids.
Here.
Scott made this beverage with a little bit of sugar and
Woo!
right, it gets you going. So people typically will dry this and then use
raisin.
that. Yeah, use that for its medicinal values. I guess every organ in your body, it's beneficial. It has 5 flavor berry, and it's considered one of the 50 top herbs in Chinese medicine. Soon enough, you'll have more people growing this in a farming nature for sale.
So they turn that berry into this juice, and it is so good. I'm already inspired to turn into some sort of dessert or granita with the Arctic kiwi. So many ideas. What do you think? Yeah, I think she thinks it's a good idea. I'm back home now feeling super inspired, so I went into my garden and I got some mint and some chives. I also stopped at the market on the way home and got some oysters because the brain was working, the tummy was saying, brain, I want oysters with fresh toppings. So I'm gonna do a little twist on the traditional mignonette that goes on top of oysters with these beautiful ingredients. I'm gonna start off with this is Sandra Berry. Sandra berries. It's also known as the 5 flavor berry. Ooh! Do you see the range of emotions that just happened? 5 flavors. A little bitterness, a little sweetness, a touch of saltiness, and sourness, definitely that. What's the 5th flavor? I say the 5th flavor is I'm gonna pair that with the Miyaga ginger. It's a lot sweeter and milder because it's young. It has a little oniony taste, it's very interesting. And it looks like an alien hand or Bart Simpson's cousin. Out of all the things I tried at the garden, my favorite thing is this. And it just looks like an ordinary plant, just a green leafy plant. This is the Tuna sinensis. Tuna as in T-O-O-N-A, not T-U-N-A, like the fishy. This has such a good, it's mildly oniony. Oh man, it is so freaking good. Allison and Scott said I could throw this in some eggs or stir fry. I think I'm gonna fry these babies up and top them as a little crunchy bite. For the green topping, I'm gonna use the Arctic kiwi. They're so beautiful. I'm gonna pair it up with some mint and some lime, and I think it's all gonna taste amazing. First, I'm gonna boil some water and drop in the Sandra berries. Now that we have a beautiful red liquid, I'm gonna strain the berries to get even more of that pulp out, mix it with a little bit of agave, and freeze it. I'm gonna chop up some of that Miyoga ginger, shallots, and mix it up in some vinegar with a little bit of salt. For the other topping, I'm going to chop up the kiwis, then chop a little chive, mint, squeeze some lime, and a little bit of salt. Both sauces are almost done. I'm just waiting for the granita to really firm up a bit. Now I'm gonna work on the oysters. I've got two kinds, Blue Point and Kumamoto. Grab yourself a clean kitchen towel, put your oyster in. This is an oyster knife. It's not sharp like a knife, but it'll help you get in there. Insert the oyster knife just at the tip of the hinge here, and without pressure, don't try to jab it in, just wiggle it left and right. That's attached to the abductor. Flip over the oyster. The 5-flavor berry granita is done. Now I'm going to shave it up with a fork and then assemble my oysters. The Arctic kiwi is a little sweet, a little tart, together with the chives, the mint, the lime, and then the fried tuna sinensis. Woo! That was an experience. For the other one, this one was really playing on the classic neonet of shallot and red wine vinegar. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It makes me want to go back up to the garden and give this to Allie and Scott. This is so, so delicious. I gotta have another one. I have to say, this experience has made me so excited. I got to play with my creativity. I haven't felt that in a long time, and so I thank Mother Nature for that. Cheers.